In this session, we are going to talk about Reference Binder. You notice that when you log into your InQI portal, you have projects, you have media. If you click on media, you notice is all the images that have been brought in or scanned into various projects. You can sort it by addresses and other things that are there, right? And then there is this thing called Reference Binder. Reference Binder is, as it sounds, is a reference of information, of documents you seem to need or you would like to have for your entire projects. You might have 20 projects, you might have 100 projects, but there are references that you use. Maybe there are architectural references, design references, building code references, various other references that you like to use so that the system is aware of them. And the system, part of the system is InQuest, which is down here. We'll have a session on that. We'll use that to try to help you with the rest of the process. So reference binders, you can bring in to reference binder by creating folders, or bringing documents, or bringing upload folders by themselves. I'm going to bring a few uploads here, and then we're going to talk about what it means to the system. So either you create folders and subfolders and bring documents to them together, or in this case, I'm going to click on upload a folder. You will go to the location that you want to upload the folder, and I will have in here reference information. So it is a reference binder. So you can bring in folder at a time, or you can bring in a bunch of folders at a time. So I'm going to bring building codes as an example. That's a good reference binder to have. Yes, bring it in. And it's going to bring in the documents and put it into that folder. So you might have building codes for the cities and for the counties that you work with that you have collected over a period of time. You bring that as a reference binder. You'll notice that it's being loaded here. And now you have all the building codes brought in. You open it up, you have the California building codes, Santa Clara County, this is where I am at. And when you open them, you have various codes that you brought in. Now, this is, other than just reference information that you have, you're also enabling the InQuest, the AI, to be customized to understand what it needs to do. You can bring in as many reference binders as you like, and the reference documents as you like. For example, I'm going to also bring in a study guide and the pergola trellis, retaining wall references, maybe even some project cost folders. So let me bring this one in. Yeah, and it would take a little bit of time depending on the size of the documents that you're bringing in, and the documents will bring it into the system. As documents are brought in to the system becomes aware of the documents that you're bringing in. For example, in this scenario, I bring in some reference documents for architecture, introduction to landscaping, and a whole bunch of other documents that are brought in. The more documents, relevant documents you put in, the more InQuest will be aware, InQI will be aware, and the more it can help you. There is really no limit to it, but there is a logic behind it. So the more you bring in, the more access you will have to the documents. Now that we have brought in all of these documents into the system, what is the purpose of it, right? Well, we have a reference. We have a centralized location for all these reference documents. There's no longer sitting on shared drives or cloud drives and emails and so forth. But one of the benefits of it is now the InQI's AI engine called InQuest is now aware of it. So if I go to Ask InQuest on the bottom, and I will highlight the reference binder. So because I want to use that as a reference, you can also do web search. We'll do a test, and then we're going to go more in depth into InQuest. So I'll say, how much are prices for retaining walls per linear foot. So when I do this is basically using the information in reference binder. And you notice that I have project cost proposals in here. So you could have projects or related information that has come to you over a period of time, and you put it in there. Now you have up-to-date reference information that you can use to basically figure out what is going to be designed. So you notice that it says based on a proposal and assets, that brought in proposals. This is what the proposal looked like, right? So there's a bunch of references that he put in here. So these references, you see San Mateo proposal and so forth. If I go to the project's cost proposal, you see that these are here, San Mateo proposal, right? So the more it is there, the more it helps you. Now, you can also click on web search and say, how does that compare it to public prices for the local area. The system will now do not only a reference binder check that it knows, but also is checked on the references on the server, on the website, and it's bringing in information that is somewhat relevant, but it has to be taken with grain of salt, right? As I say, so public overview, public pricing, all the information is there, some references to where he found the information. Obviously, it's trained on various public information in there. So that's the value of bringing it in. You can delete this and just put it there. We're going to have a session on InQuest that talks about the value of it, what you can do with it, and there's going to be a whole lot more. So a reference binder is basically a reference binder. Bring it in and have InQui's AI help you with it.